thing that I wanted to go over today was signs of cancer because this is a huge one, especially when you're dealing with something that's really urgent. And some kinds of cancer can become stage 4 very quickly. And that's usually when you're going to see symptoms. With my dad, he had stage 4 lymphoma, which is a blood cancer, and it was really scary how subtle yet fast these symptoms came on. And one of the symptoms that just comes to mind is night sweats. And, night sweats is something that your body, and if you're waking up and your sheets are damp and your clothes feel damp and you realize that you've been sweating in the night and you don't know why, that is a huge sign. And I can definitely say that night sweats are never a good thing. So that's really urgent. If you're having night sweats, you definitely need to see a doctor right away. Um, Another sign of cancer is unexplained pain. And for my dad, he was having bone pain, which he didn't really communicate to us, but later on he told us that he was taking a lot of ibuprofen and Tylenol and stuff, and he had these achy, dull pains, and he really didn't know where they were coming from. And so that's another one. Also, with my mom, her cancer came back many times over the years, and she one time had pain in her shoulder, and out of nowhere, or hip pain, or just something that's achy and dull, and it's just out of nowhere. It's not due to any kind of injury. So that's another sign. Um, Another huge sign of cancer are flu symptoms that don't go away. And this happened with both of my parents. So with my dad, he had, I guess you could call it allergy type symptoms, kind of cold symptoms. And he actually went to the doctor many times, and they gave him allergy medicines and inhalers. He had a cough that wasn't going away. Um, and later on, we did find out that the cough was actually from his liver being enlarged because it was actually in a failing mode. It was failing, and when organs fail, they enlarge. So that was putting pressure up on his lungs, and it was a cough where he couldn't seem to catch his breath. It was kind of a hacking cough. With my mom, when her cancer came back, she was having flu symptoms, just feeling very fatigued, and it was just not going away. And it was about a month, and we started to think something was up, and the night sweats came back. And like I said, the night sweats are a huge, number one sign. They're never good. Um, I don't know if people would be able to recognize this because I sure did not recognize this the first time, but I do now. I noticed when my dad was having some symptoms and I was starting to think something was up, I noticed that his legs appeared to be a little puffy or swollen, which was kind of strange, and also the yellowing of the skin. And towards the end, before we found out that it was stage 4 lymphoma, his legs were so yellow that I thought he had scratched himself trimming the rose bushes or something, and then literally scrubbed himself with betadine solution, like the kind that they use in surgery, like iodine, that, it makes your skin turn yellow. That's what it looked like. I thought he was, you know, doing some kind of wound care or something. I had no idea. And and that went along with the swelling. So um, those are some signs of cancer that I'm familiar with, and sometimes they can go on and you can kind of ignore them, but you know your body. If it's your loved one, you know your loved one. And if something's up, you really need to kind of ask them, like, what's going on, and ask questions. And it's okay to have a sense of urgency. I know that you don't want to be that patient that's in the ER or bugging your doctor because you don't want to be some kind of hypochondriac, but the symptoms that I just mentioned are pretty serious, and um, I would definitely take it serious, and your doctor should as well. Um, so yeah, that's my first video. I just noticed that it was trending um, in people's searches and stuff, and so I thought it would be a good time for me to reach out to everybody about cancer, and I have many more ideas for videos. Um, and if you guys have any ideas or would like me to answer a question about something, or even give a referral for a doctor or anything that I can do, please leave me a comment and I will do my best to get back to you guys and answer any questions. So thank you so much for finding my videos.